Hey guys, James from GameCast here, and today I'm going to be reviewing EA Sports UFC for the Xbox One. Now this game came out on multiple platforms, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. So if you don't have an Xbox One, don't be discouraged. You will be able to take these points to the other platforms. The main reason I decided to pick up this game was because of the pre-order bonus that GameStop was offering, which was the Bruce Lee DLC as well. So Bruce Lee is a playable character in UFC. If you pre-ordered it, I'm assuming he's going to come out later, or you can purchase him as well. But it was a pre-order incentive that I was really into. There was also Royce Gracie, who's a female character in the UFC world. Well, not a character, but she's a character in the game. And I'm not really big into UFC, but I do like fighting games. Now, the first thing that I noticed when I started playing this game is it's not a conventional fighting game. It's not, quarter circle back, back forward, square circle and doing some combo moves. It actually has a very steep learning curve, and it shows you that with the tutorial. The tutorial is an 18-step tutorial that walks you through all the basics and even into some more of the, intermediate and advanced techniques in the UFC world. Everything from the clinches to the holds, submissions. So it's not a game that you can just pick up and be instantly good at. I'm really into Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, so I figured why not give something out of my comfort zone a try. So I ended up, like I said, getting UFC. The first thing that I noticed is there's a lot of load time in this game. Maybe it's just me and my Xbox, I'm not sure, but my Xbox loads all the other games that I've played so far fine. Watch Dogs, Wolfenstein, Dead Rising, Forza. It's loaded all those ones fine, and this one just seems to be very slow. I guess that has nothing to do with the gameplay itself, but it was something to note. The fighting mechanics are really cool in this game, especially because you see battle damage as the fight progresses. There's actually going to be a clip later on that's going to showcase one of my fights, and it actually shows, and you hear contact between the two fighters, and then you hear audible yells from Bruce Lee, which are much like if you watch his movies or you know anything about him, he does those audible yells as most martial artists do. As far as the button combos go, it uses pretty much every single trigger, every single button, both the analog sticks on the controller as well, and they all do different things. So a different combination of buttons, like holding the left bumper and then pressing the right stick forward while hitting X will do a higher jab or a stronger jab, and so on and so forth. With Bruce Lee, his main things were his kicks. So they showcase each fighter's specialty, whether they specialize in holds or they specialize in kicks or punches, submissions, whatever it is. You can look at the stats of each fighter too, and when you are fighting online or fighting in career mode, if you've played any other UFC games or any of the sports games, you'll notice that there's always the career mode. You can see the stats of your opponents and see what they're good at, and kind of figure out where you're going to go in the fight based on those statistics. Overall, the gameplay is awesome, the mechanics are cool, the graphics are sweet, even on the Xbox One, so I'm assuming that the PS4, the PS3, and the Xbox 360 still, they look gorgeous. The fighters look amazing, everything from the tattoos on their chest back, wherever they have them, their haircuts, the cuts on their faces, the blood, the sweat that pours off of them, and then the bruising when they get hit in specific spots. It's not just a random bruise in a place that they were never hit. No, if they get punched in the chest, their chest will start to bruise. If they get punched in the face, their eyes will start to swell, things like that, little aesthetic things. I'm actually going to show you a gameplay clip right here, so bear with me and I will be back. The fight starts off, and you can see I come out swinging with some kicks, Bruce Lee's signature kicks. If you notice in the corner where there are the two bodies that are kind of wireframe-esque, the head on the opponent's body is actually starting to glow red, which is indicating damage. So you keep putting pressure on those points, and eventually they will KO. See, mine's flashing, but I ended up KOing him anyway. This game also has a great online mode. I played a couple matches prior to finishing the career mode, and it was refreshing to play some, humans and actually communicate with them while playing and learning more about this game and the sport itself. If you like UFC, if you like EA, you'll like their dedication to detail in this game. Overall, I would say pick it up, go out and buy it. It's a 4 out of 5 game for me, and definitely with the addition of Bruce Lee and possibly other dedicated martial artists, the DLC later, I would say this is a game that I'm actually going to keep. If you like the review for EA Sports UFC, check out Watch Dogs or check out Wolfenstein. You might like those games as well. Subscribe to our channel for future reviews and webisodes, and you can follow us on Twitter, or you can find us on Facebook at Gamecast. You guys, take it easy.